Hello everyone, this is going to be Common Errors number 10. So the 10th error that we make a lot in English is saying I'm so boring. Now, I'm not going to say this is a mistake because this is not grammatically incorrect. A person can say I'm so boring. But the thing is, if you say I'm so boring, that means you're calling yourself boring. If I say you're so boring, I'm calling you boring. So I'm using this as an adjective to describe who I am. So we don't want to use that. We don't want to say I'm so boring. I mean, you can say it, but you're insulting your own self by saying that. Now you can say another person is boring. You can say you're so boring. If you just don't like that person, if you just feel so bored around them. So if you want to describe if you don't want to describe yourself, if you want to describe your current state, you would use I'm so bored. So you can say I'm so bored. I'm so bored. That just means you're Ugh, I'm so bored. Oh. So that's, maybe if you're just in a real boring class or something, that's how you would describe your state. So you'd say, I'm so bored. So yeah, it's just remember that there is going to be a difference between boring. If you say I'm so boring, then you're saying that you're making an insult to yourself. But if you say I'm so bored, you're just describing your reaction to something that is making you feel bored. So this is just more of a feeling. This right here is a feeling. I'm feeling bored. I'm so bored. Now you can also apply this to other objects as well. If you want to start a sentence with this or that, a demonstrative pronoun or determiner, you can say that. And let's just say that, and then we want to follow it with an object, that movie. Now, typically when we use that, we'll use the past tense was, especially with a movie, because it's a movie that we've seen, but you can also use is. But I usually use was. So that movie was, and then you can add an intensifier if you want. So you got really, so, or very. You can say that movie was really boring. That movie was really boring. So you're just describing this movie as something that put you to sleep. So again, we're using the adjective boring here to describe movie. Now, you do not want to say that movie was really bored. You don't want to say that because when we say bored, we're more describing a person's mood. So usually when we use boring, we're describing usually something as boring, a thing. But you can use boring with people, but again, I keep saying it, you're going to be insulting that person. So again, if I said you're so boring, I'm calling you boring. If I say I'm so boring, I'm saying I am boring. But usually with things, we're going to use boring. So a movie is a thing. So we can say that concert was so boring. That job is so boring. This TV show is so boring. So a lot of different variations here. Now that's going to conclude this lesson for number 10. So just remember, boring is usually used more for things, for objects, while bored describes kind of your mood. So yep, that is it. And I'll see you in the next lesson.